Boom! Welcome back to the Sebs Show. It's your boy Sebs here, and today we're previewing UFC 216, Tony Ferguson versus Kevin Lee for the interim lightweight title. Also, we have Demetrius Johnson taking on Ray Borg for the flyweight title, and just a plethora of great. Look at all these great matchups we got, guys. 13 matches to be exact. Yeah, sorry guys, I just wanted to see if they bumped anything. But yeah, looks good from top to bottom. I love this card. As I usually do, love it from a betting perspective. I'll be breaking down each fight. So let's start with Matt Danger Schnell and Marco Beltran. Danger obviously hasn't had the best run so far in the UFC. Came into the UFC fighting Rob Font on short notice. I believe it was like a week or two. Super short notice it was. I remember that. But that was at 135 pounds as well. And then he took on Hector Sandoval, Kid Alex, and looked good until Sandoval. Well, Danger kind of had him in a guillotine, and then Sandoval gave him like a fucking rampage slam. Really stupid to do it at that point too. It was even Byron Stan was saying not a very smart call to do that technique, especially when your head's in the guillotine, slamming somebody like that, you're going to get knocked out sometimes. So definitely wasn't the smartest thing. But Kid Alex ended up getting out of that guillotine, ham-fisting Danger, and knocking him out. So in both matches that he's been knocked out or TKO'd. Knocked out actually, because yeah, both of them were knockouts. And then you got Marco Beltran coming off a knockout or a TKO, I believe himself, off Davison, Figueroa, Alcantara, whatever his name was. But and down at UFC 212 in Brazil. This is a total pass for me, guys. If the under was set at 2.5, I was probably going to play the under, because I do think somebody goes to sleep in this fight. Danger is very, very slick on the floor. He's got great jiu-jitsu. I believe he's a purple or brown belt. When he was on Tough 24, the tournament with all the champions, or was it Tough 25, he had a purple belt, and he was the reigning legacy flyweight champ. This kid's got skills, man. He's got some knockout power as well. But this kid shines in submissions. He's very, very slick at jiu-jitsu. Look for him to, if he gets Marco down, I think this is Danger's. It's gonna be like Danger Zone all day. Nice pun there. But yeah, I do like, I favor Matt Schnell in this matchup. Standing, fuck man, that's why I'm passing. If this stays standing, I can see Danger getting knocked out, and I can see Beltran getting knocked out. So I'm kind of staying away from this one just because of that. There's a lot of other matchups on here that I bet on pretty much every match except this one and one more. But yeah, I do side with Matt Danger Schnell here. I think he does get the victory, guys. We'll go with second round submission. Matt Danger Schnell, nice triangle choke. Next up, we got Leites versus Brad Tavares. So we'll start with Leites. Last fight was against Sam Alvey, and he really hurt Sam Alvey in the first round, like fucked up his ankle or something, and he still couldn't finish him. I thought he was going to be able to finish him. He tried to keep it standing for a lot of the time as well. Something we didn't see. I guess he wanted to show improvements in his striking or whatever. But he also got rocked in that fight, man. Before that, he lost to Jocko. Leites pretty much is looking for that takedown the whole time, especially against a guy like Brad Tavares. He's definitely going to try and like slow down his volume and take him down. He's going to be using a lot of clinch work against the cage. I do favor Brad Tavares in this matchup. I think he puts out a lot of volume. He's a great kickboxer. Trains under Ray Seffel at Extreme Couture and Robert Follis. He's got a really good corner. Like I was saying, I think the guys at Extreme Couture are fucking brilliant. Um, Tavares is gonna light him up if they stay standing. His volume's way too much. Striking's way too much. He's very explosive. He can throw. Like if you go watch him versus Kyle Gonzales, he throws a flying knee at one point, and it just midair because he thinks or he sees that they're gonna collide, so he just midair to a Superman punch and he lands it flush. Is very and something else that impressed me as well against like Theodorou. Theodoro was looking to grapple a little bit in the clinch against the cage, and Tavares is really strong in that position, man. His base is super strong. This guy's got some thick fucking legs on him. It's very hard to take him down, and when you do take him down, this guy's like a cat, man. He lands on his feet and he jumps right back up. He's very good at the scrambles. Very smart when he's on the ground. He's constantly trying to improve his position, get to the cage, work himself up. I think he has enough of the wrestling to be on his side to, or good enough takedown defense to stop all the take. Maybe not all of them. I think Leites will get him down once, maybe a couple of times, once or twice in the first round probably. I wouldn't even say the second round, but might get him down early. That's about it. I think Tavares keeps us standing though and pretty much lights him up standing. If he doesn't, I think this is going to decision. It'll be 30-27. Tavares a nice comfortable one, but if Sam Alvey rocked him, I think Brad Tavares can definitely finish this in the third round. So definitely look for Brad Tavares. I got 2 units on Brad Tavares to win 1.04 units, and then I got him and somebody later in the card to 1 unit to 1.9 units. So I have 3 units total on him. Pretty confident. Not pretty confident. I'm fucking confident. It's Brad Tavares. And yeah, it's gonna light up fucking Leites. So let's go Brad Tavares, baby. Yeah, 327 decision. I'll go with. Next up, we got my boy, fucking Magomed Bibulatov. I've never seen the name, Bibulatov. Versus John Moraga. Bib against Janelle Lauza looked fucking incredible. The guy's striking's on fucking point. Very. I think he comes from a karate background as well. Great stand-up, very technical. Throws a lot of spinning shit that I like. Fucking let's go spinning shit. And he works very well. A lot of he has the wrestling and a lot. I think in the first match against Schnell, I wanted him to use it a little bit more, but a lot of the time he was looking just to strike and pretty much use his striking to set up his wrestling. He wasn't really relying on the wrestling at all at some points. But man, when this guy wants to wrestle, he'll fucking thrash you, man. He's facing John Moraga here, and John Moraga's no slouch. Last 2 fights he fought Sergio Pettis, and he went the full 3 rounds. Pretty sure, unless he got finished, but I'm pretty sure they went 3 rounds there. And Pettis beat him up pretty bad. I just remember that. And then he fought that guy, fucking Askan Matarian, or whatever his name is. And that guy was just not on Moraga's level. I'm not sure if he's UFC caliber yet, even. So, yeah, I'm not sure about that. But nevertheless, Moraga did look good. I thought Moraga would finish him, actually. I think I had Moraga inside the distance. I might have taken him by decision in that match. I gotta look back there. I think I actually took Moraga by decision. That's the funny thing. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Now I want to go check. Yeah, I did take him by decision. Okay. Yeah, so, and Moraga, man, I think he's on his way out. This is the guy who had his chance already at the top. Didn't really ever have skills to have this. I wouldn't say he didn't have the skills. He definitely had the skills to get to the top, but once you saw him against Demetrius Johnson going the 5 rounds, he didn't go all 5. Obviously, got submitted in the 5th, but Demetrius just showed that he is one of the best fucking. I don't even know where I'm going with this one, guys, but yeah, Demetrius Johnson showed he was pretty much on another level. John Moraga's not really at his level yet. We didn't really see that much improvement ever since that fight on John Moraga. Still has that great wrestling and everything, but yeah, haven't seen too many improvements on him. I would like to see him strike a little bit more, but pretty much I like Magomed wherever this fight goes, man. This is Magomed's to lose. He's a fucking monster. If they want to grapple with John Moraga is going to be getting hurt, because John Moraga's going to get hurt, guys, and this one I have a feeling. I think Magomed's going to be striking really nice from the outside distance with some nice kicks and dictate the range and pace of this fight very well and dictate if it does go to the floor or not. So I think he's going to pretty much thrash him a nice 30-26 decision for Magomed, get a 10-8 in there. And I do have, I'll go over, because I have a lot of over, that I have this round over, this fight over, and I think I have another one. I thought I would have put Brooks and Leites and Tavares. Fucking the over there. I thought I would have played that, but I guess I didn't. Need some nice Gatorade there, guys. With the old aerial warnings. Yeah, but nevertheless, man, fucking Magomed all day. You're 30-26. I have him in a total of 7 units. Let's see who we have. I think it's all guys later in the card. Yeah, I saw guys later in the card. So, but I do have a total of 7 units on Magomed. I think he gets this done, man. I'm very, very high on Bib. I think he's probably my biggest lock of the night, more than Demetrius Johnson, and maybe as much as Demetrius even. Demetrius is pretty much a lock. I'll tell you guys right now. Demetrius is a lock, obviously. Well, I don't like to use the term lock, but closest thing to like a pretty for sure bet is Magomed and Johnson, I believe. But let's move on here. I have a total 7 units on him. Next fight. Walt, the big ticket Harris versus Mark. I'm pretty sure his name is Mark, the hand of Mark Godbeer, the hand of God or something. Like the hand of God Godbeer. I think that's his name. Something like that. He has a very stupid. When Bruce Buffer announced him, he has a stupid nickname. I think it's the hand of God Godbeer. Which the fuck are you doing? It should be Mark, the hand of, like it says there, Godbeer. But nevertheless, this is fucking. I like Walt Harris in this matchup just because he's gonna be able to keep it at a boxing range, I think. Where Mark, don't get me wrong, I've seen Mark Godbeer thrash people in in that range, but compared to Walt Harris's boxing, so fucking sloppy. Throws these overhand rights from like really, really far back, and Walt Harris is just gonna be able to pick him apart every time he launches one. I think Walt Harris's boxing is completely on a different level. He was like a 23-1 amateur boxer. I do think he gets this done in the first round as well, Walt Harris. He has some heavy power in his hands. Go watch his fights against Cyril. Go watch his fight against Chase Sherman. This guy has some heavy fucking hands, and he throws some nasty combos. He likes to use that left body kick a lot, which I like. He's very good on his feet, and he's got some great fucking cardio. The guy can go on 3 rounds pretty fucking easily. But I think they stay standing the whole time, and I think, well, for as long as it lasts, and I think my boy, the big ticket over here, gets a nice finish inside the distance. First round for Walt Harris there. And I have Walt Harris. I know I have 3 units on him, but with who? And I have 1.5 units on the under here. To under 1.5 rounds to win 1.38 units. Yeah, somebody later in the card, 2.5 units, and then I got half a unit with him and Prop later in the card. But I am pretty confident. I keep saying pretty confident when I'm very confident in these guys. But yeah, I'm very confident in Walt Harris getting the win here, guys. First round knockout over Mark the Hand of Jamal. Mark the Hand of God, Godbeer. That's the best nickname. The Hand of God, Godbeer. Next up, we got Paul Gonzales and Poliana Botelho. And Botelho here, guys. When I was doing the tapes of this girl has some serious knockout power, man. She wasn't going against the best competitors, but girl can punch, but fucking she swings very wild, which leaves her pretty open for takedowns. If Paul Gonzales is smart, and I think she has a better grappling out of the two, she takes her down and fucking pretty much grinds her out like that. But other than that, Poliana Botelho, I think if this is standing, she not even the more technical strategy. She's just wild, man. She doesn't press forward. I didn't like how long she takes actually to like initiate any striking. She's always like credit to her opponent was running away from her, but to close the distance it takes her a while. But when she does, she is pretty deadly. Yeah, so I didn't have to put on her. And just because I think there is, like I said, a little bit better plays in the rest of the card, but yeah, I think Poliana gets this done. We'll say, I do have a play on the over rounds. It's in a huge parlay with, I'll say the parlay at the end of the podcast here, but I do have the over rounds here in a small parlay. Actually, it's a big parlay with just a little risk on it. But yeah, give me Poliana Botelho in a decision, a nice 29-28 decision. Next up, we got my boy Groovy Lando Vannata and Bobby King Green. Quick on Lando. Lando's last match, he got beat by Timur. I was all over him. I thought he had that for sure, but Timur looked like the more confident and technical striker of the two, believe it or not. And he was always pressing forward. I like that. Lando did have his moments, obviously the cargo kick, and he did drop Timur briefly in the first round. But other than that, Timur took that fight, and before that I saw my man live probably get the knockout of the year on John McDessie with that spinning back heel kick or whatever the fuck. What's he get? I was there and I fucking forgot. Yeah, it was a spinning heel kick. And my man was fucking... That was actually one of the nastiest knockouts I've ever seen. Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, this is a short notice fight, I believe, too. This is a short notice fight for Bobby Green because he was supposed to fight Abel Trujillo, Lando Vannata. But yeah, so this matchup, Lando's going to be able to use his striking, I think, a little bit. He was saying he's in great shape, and I was going to mention another man is in great shape right now. It does look like he's in good shape. I always love what Lando brings. I think if he Instead of thinking about, I know he loves to be entertaining, but if he just, like goes for the win and tries to get these points on the board, and he can be a very, very, man, this guy could be a fucking great fighter if he didn't care so much about being entertaining. He's a great fighter, but he has really good wrestling. He's fucking nasty grappling, and then his striking is unbelievable. And the guy's movement's insane. He's a former BMX driver, BMX rider, whatever the fuck you want to call. And then we got Bobby Green here, who is, a lot of people underrate Bobby Green, especially in this match. I'm not taking Bobby Green lightly for sure. But I think this is Lando's to lose, man. Bobby Green's on his way out. He's been knocked out a couple of times. I think Lando fucking lands a big shot and is able to take Bobby Green down. The only thing I'm worried about is the wrestling. But I think Bobby Green won't be able to keep that for all 3 rounds. And I think Lando has enough wrestling to stop that. I think actually Lando gets a knockout first or second round here. So I'm with Lando. I got a 2.5 unit parlay with Lando and Harris to win 2.27 units and 1.5 units with Lando and Bibulatov to win 1.05 units. So I'm very confident in Lando here, guys. I think he gets the matchup. This is a tailor-made matchup for him. A lot of people think Bobby Green's going to give this guy major problems. I think he's going to pose a threat, but Lando's movement's just way too much for Bobby Green, who has that traditional boxing stance. But yeah, I think Lando really picks him apart with some nice inside leg, just kicks all above, and look for him to actually use that. All this spinning shit that he does, all this spinning shit. He's gonna do some crazy shit. We'll look for his cartwheel kicks, his spinning heel kicks, everything. Yeah, so Lando, first round knockout, we'll say. I'm fucking confident in him. Next up, we got Elbow Brooks versus Nick the Carney Lentz. And I think the Carney's on his way out, man. If you see one of his, who did he fight? Was it McBride? No, it wasn't even McBride. It was one of his first fights back at lightweight. Him saying that the weight cut to 145 pretty much depleted his body so badly that it was hard to even make 155. That had me worried a little bit. Also, this is a pretty tailor-made match. These guys both go to the same gym. I think Will Brooks scouted this guy out and said, like, I need a fucking match to, like, really showcase my talent. And he sees this guy in the gym and he's like, I wouldn't mind fighting him if I get offered. And he got offered him and boom. But yeah. Oh, it was Danny Castillo. Wasn't it? Yeah, it was Danny Castillo. So that was a retiring Danny last call, too. That was a retiring last call. And he barely got the win there. He got a split decision. And then he knocked out Michael McBride, TKO'd Michael McBride, who's a jobber. And then Islam Makhachev, who just ragdolled him and got a 30-25, I think. Yeah, man. I think Will Brooks is a tailor-made matchup for him. I think he's one of the best picks on the card. I think Lentz is on his way out, like I said. And Will Brooks is in his prime, man. This guy has beaten Michael Chandler 2 times. He beat him fucking twice. One does not beat Michael Chandler twice. It's not an easy thing to do there. So we're going to see the best Will Brooks we've ever seen, I think. And I got 4 units on Will Brooks and Bib to win 2.15 units. And then I got 1 unit on Brooks and Tavares to win 0.9 units. So I'm very confident in my Brooks pick here. I think he gets the job done. I think wherever it goes, he's better than Nick Lentz. And I think he just thrashes him. he's been saying I love how confident he is. He's saying there's a fight that he needs. He says that the UFC tossed him to this fight to really see if this is something that if they should keep him. Man, he says Nick Lentz is a gatekeeper, and he's the type of guy that they toss fighters that are on the losing streaks to see if they're gonna crumble under the pressure or if they're gonna beat him. And he says he's gonna fucking thrash him. So I love hearing that. Obviously, he sounds very confident, and I think, like I said, Nick Lentz is on his way out. This guy's tweeting all the time about Donald Trump and shit. Uh, make America great again. Fucking embarrassing being on Donald Trump's side right now. You're embarrassing if you're on Donald Trump's side. You're a fucking clown. Just for that, I want you to lose. So, boom. We've got a total of 5 units on Bill Will here, man. I think he really gets the job done. I think this is a tailor-made matchup for him. Tom Duquesnoy versus Cody Stamman for the prelims, the end of the prelims main card here, headlining the prelims main card. I said that like 3 times to get it right. We saw Tom Duquesnoy against Patrick Williams absolutely light him up. Fucking, we saw this kid's a top prospect when he came into the UFC. UFC wanted to sign this kid at 19 years old. He said nope, and then signed. I think when he was, how old's this kid? Fuck. I gotta check how old he is. 24. Yeah, so he actually destroyed Patrick Williams, and if you really finish him off with a nasty elbow, something he did to Shea Walsh. If you go watch his knockout against Shea Walsh, it's fucking nasty. But he has a tough test in front of him in Cody Stamman. And Cody Stamman looked excellent against Dariush in his UFC debut. This kid is a fucking excellent wrestler, man. He gets you on your ass and he times these takedowns so well. Great striking too, comes from Michigan top team. Trains with Kiddo Rowe, is his boxing coach, with Jared Brooks, all those guys. Tom Duquesnoy, obviously, with Jackson Wink. Pretty much, I think this is a good fight, man. I saw it come out as a pick'em, and then I saw Tom slightly favored, and then the line kind of got steamed a little bit to the favor of Tom Duquesnoy, and Cody Stamman got, I think it's plus 153 at one point. But yeah, I think he just gives him, as somebody said on Twitter, the old Midwest double. And he just double legs his boy onto the floor and beats him up onto the floor. I think this is Tom Duquesnoy's toughest test. I like how Cody Stamman has sounded in interviews. He sounds very, very confident about this matchup. And man, I just think he's he's near to impossible to take down. This guy just has like fucking football tackle takedowns. Like he's getting you on the floor if he wants to. And yeah, man, I think his striking is going to be able to. I know a lot of people think Tom's the way better striker. Tom's a better striker. I don't think he's way better. I think anytime Cody feels the pressure, he's going to be able to take Tom down. So I got 2.5 units on Stamman to win, I think 3.62. Yeah, to win 3.62 units, and then I got the over rounds here, 1.5 units with Bibulatov over round with this fight to win 1.09 units, and then I got the over rounds in this fight as well, and Walt Harris half a unit to 1.47 units. So pretty confident Cody Stamman gets the win here, and he gets it in decision, nice 29-28 decision for Cody Stamman. Next up, we got my boy Benny Dariush versus Evan Dunham. I think Evan Dunham is very dangerous, especially when it gets to the floor, and he's another guy being overlooked in this fight, or on this card. I think Benny's very dangerous, though. Probably one of the worst matchups you could have run in, and At 155 pounds, I've been Dunham outside the top 10 is Benny. Benny definitely deserves to be in the top 10. I'd love to see him there. We saw him put on, actually, he was doing really good against Edson there before getting knocked out with a flying knee, but he was doing good before that. And I think we see the same Benny. I think he comes back. A lot of people are saying he's going to be a different Benny after the knockout. I think we see the same Benny. I think he comes after Evan Dunham with a lot of pressure, that nasty clinch, the nasty leg kicks, and I think he might not finish Evan Dunham. If this goes to the floor, I think obviously Evan Dunham has maybe a little bit. Actually, Benny's probably even fucking better on the floor, man. Once I think about it. I know Evan Dunham has some slick jiu-jitsu, but Benny is no joke on the fucking floor either, man. So I think this stays wherever Benny wants it to. And I think he gets a solid 30-27 decision. So I do like Benny here a lot. I have him in 2.75 units with somebody later in the card. And I think I have the over round here as well in that giant parlay, the 6-play parlay, 0.2 units to win. 1.85 units. Yeah, I do like Benny here in the decision, guys. Next up, we got Romero Borella versus Kalindra Faria. If you go watch Kalindra Faria, this girl reminds you of. She might not be as vicious as like Cyborg and not with enough knockout power, but she comes from that shoot to walk style. Very dangerous. She has some heavy hands, and she's only lost to like elite and had 150 pounds. She lost to Jessica Aguilar. Who I want to say it's elite, but like a veteran of the UFC and fucking of the strawweight division. And then she fought her. I think she fought her at strawweight. And then she fought Claudia Gadela. Gadela fucking beat her with an arm lock, I think. And then she fought Karolina Kovacevic at KSW. So 3 of those 5 losses are the tough competition. She's also lost to, I think, Karina Sam, who she beat twice, and to win, and she wants to be the reigning right now, the current bantamweight Titan FC champion. From what I've seen of Borella, tough girl, fucking some good takedowns, heavy top game and everything. But the way she plays her top game, I think Kalina's will be able to threaten with some arm bars, and if not pull off one, she'll be able to maybe switch it up and sweep her, and use the arm bar as probably as a sweep. That's what I would think of. I think, but she's also very active when she's on the bottom of Kalina. She doesn't stay there the whole time. But stand up, man, her Muay Thai is nasty, and she's always moving forward, and she's commanding the octagon. But yeah, man, I really like this matchup for Kalindra. I think she gets a 30-27 decision over Romero Borella. And yeah, I got 2.5 units on Kalindra's Faria to win 1.33 units. So yeah, 30-27 decision for Faria, guys. Next up, we got Fabrice Werdum versus Derek Lewis, and pretty much, guys, I think Werdum is too crafty, too much of a veteran to lose this one. Derek Lewis is coming out of recent retirement, coming back, which is always weird to see. This guy just retired, and now he's coming back. Also coming off a knockout loss to Mark Hunt. This guy, I've bet Derek Lewis before, and I bet him against Shamil Abdurrahimov, and this guy fucking took 9 years to throw a punch. Fucking threw it in the 4th round to knock him out. But he took a long time to throw a fucking punch, bro. And he's very hard to pull the trigger. I was watching the UFC embedded. This guy was so tired throwing hands on the pads, and I just think Fabrice Werdum's too smart, man. I don't think he gets caught here. I think he's fighting smart. He knows if he wins this fight, he's potentially fighting for a belt after this. If it depends what happens, obviously. Well, I think whoever wins the Nagano Overeem fight is going to be fighting for a belt, but this will definitely get him in title contention for sure. But yeah, but I think Werdum it just pretty much fucking outclasses Derek Lewis, like outstrikes him for as long as he wants, and then I think in the third round when Derek Lewis is a little bit tired, Werdum gets a nice single leg or a trip against the cage, takes on Derek Lewis, and if he doesn't TKO him, he submits him. I think he gets a nasty submission, third round for Luis Werdum. So I have him 2.75 units, Werdum and Dariush went 2.64 units. So yeah, guys. Next up, we got Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson versus Ray, the Tasmanian Devil Borg. I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time breaking this one down, guys. Fucking Ray Borg didn't even hire a nutritionist for this one. I see on Embedded-O, not bad, man. This guy looks like he's doing pretty good, making weight and everything, making his meals and everything. But when you're fighting Demetrius Johnson for a record, I'd be fucking. That's not a good thing, you know? That's fucking scary. You're fighting probably the best MMA fighter at the time right now. And he's going for his 11th record title defense. You're struggling to make weight. You're struggling to get the championship weight, brother. 125. You struggle to make 126. So, Ray Borg, I think, DJ is very smart. He knows, just like in that Henry Cejudo fight, Henry had a tough weight cut. I think DJ goes to the body early here. Ultimately Ultimately finishes Ray Borg in the second round, guys. Yeah, man, I'm with DJ all day here. Not much else I should say. Like this guy's the pinnacle of MMA at this point.
Fucking nasty Muay Thai. He's good wherever he goes. He's the better wrestler of the two. I guarantee you that. That's probably what people are banking on, that Ray Borg. Whoever's thinking Ray Borg is the better grappler. But now I don't see that. This guy just submitted a fucking black belt in Wilson Reyes, you know? And it's just a beast, man. Demetrius is a beast wherever it goes. So I think he finishes Ray Borg in the second round, guys, fairly early. And to retain his belting at his 11th record title defense. So yeah, DJ all day got second round. I have him 5 units with somebody late next fight in the card. Somebody in the next fight in the card, and we got him also 1 unit inside the distance for DJ. So I am got a total of 6 units on DJ. Very, very confident in Demetrius Johnson, guys. Tony El Kakui Ferguson versus Kevin Lee. Great matchup for Tony Ferguson. I think simply Tony's just levels above Kevin Lee. I think if this goes to the floor, when this goes to the floor, because Kevin Lee is going to shoot for a takedown. When Tony's beat him up on the feet pretty bad, he's going to be able to shoot for a takedown. And if this goes to the floor, or if Tony chooses for it to go to the floor, it's not going to be good for fucking Kevin Lee either. He's been, obviously, Kevin Lee's been, I think he got, I forgot where he went to TriStar, I think, for this fight. Trained at Extreme Couture, obviously, mostly with Robert Follis, and I think his striking coach is I don't think he trains with Ray Sefler that much. I think he has some black guy. I forgot what his name was. But yeah, Tony Ferguson obviously training with the likes of the guys at Black House and training with Eddie Bravo in Jiu-Jitsu, which is fucking, you're training with Bravo, it's just like fucking top quality right there. I love everybody on the 10th planet system. I think if you have Jiu-Jitsu on the 10th planet, you're just a dangerous guy. Your guard's always dangerous. I just like the guys from 10th planet because they like to threaten from the bottom a lot. So the guys
who are facing like Kevin Lee, if he gets a takedown, he's never gonna feel safe in Tony Ferguson's guard. Or likewise, if Tony Ferguson gets him down, I think Kevin Lee won't feel safe. If Tony Ferguson's on top, he's very dangerous. So I'm not sure if Kevin Lee wants to take this to the floor. But if this ain't standing, I think Tony Ferguson's boxing is very just levels above Kevin Lee. His striking is just levels above. His elbows, everything, the angles he comes in, he's very unorthodox with his movement. The way he just fucking he'll throw a rolling knee bar at you, then come up and throw an elbow. He's just dangerous, man. And a lot of heart, man. Great chin. He's just a fucking animal. Good gas tank. Looked amazing against Rafael Dos Anjos. But and then he's fighting Kevin Lee, and I really wanted to see the fight against Khabib, but whatever fucking Kevin Lee got here. This is a lot of people complain that it's against Kevin Lee. Other than Khabib, this is the fucking fight, man. This is, I don't know who else you would put here that's gonna sell this pay-per-view. Kevin Lee's selling this pay-per-view more than he's pulling it more than Tony Ferguson's pulling it. Kevin Lee's selling this fucking pay-per-view, man. This kid is a fucking star, whether you guys like him or not, and whether he wins or loses, he's a fucking star. Yes, he's fucking. This kid is gonna be champ someday. I guarantee that. He's still very young. I just think he's too young. Well, I can never say you're too young because fucking look at Max and all those guys. But John Jones. But yeah, man, fucking. I think he's just not at the level of Tony Ferguson yet. He fought Francisco Trinaldo, Michael Chiesa, and fucking Magomed Mustafa or whatever to get here, man. And Tony Ferguson's beat top RDA, former lightweight fucking champ, with 5 rounds and pieced him up over 5 rounds. So I think this is obviously Tony's fight to lose, man. I think he's the new interim lightweight champion, and he fights Conor. Hopefully next, that'd be a fucking great fight, man. I would love to see that. But yeah, I got 20 all day here, guys. Fucking 5 units, him and DJ. And I'm going to be playing Ferguson inside the distance as well when that one comes out on bet 365. But I got 5 units. DJ Ferguson to win 2.88 units. Very confident in that bet. My most confident bet of the whole night. And yeah, man, I had Tony Ferguson all day. 3rd round TKO with his sharp elbows. So there it is, guys. Just broke down UFC 216. Look for, I'll be saying all my bets very shortly after this, but look for other bets I'll be posting from Bellator this weekend, and yeah, and also my DraftKings lineup. If you guys want to just check that out quick, I'll give you guys my DraftKings lineup. Okay, so one of them is Demetrius Johnson, Tony Ferguson, Evan Dunham, Cody Stamman, Brad Tavares, and Lando Vannata. Vannata you can get for 8,800. Tavares 8,300. Cody Stamman 7,100. Demetrius Johnson 9,700. Ferguson 8,900. And Evan Dunham 7,200. And then we got in my other one, Magomed Bibulatov 9,300, Botelho 7,800, Will Brooks 8,600, Evan Dunham 7,200, Demetrius Johnson 9,700, Cody Stamman 7,100. So those are the DraftKings, and then I will be posting my. You guys can check my bet MMA tips for my bets and everything, but I'll be posting some Bellator bets probably tomorrow. I'll be doing tape study after I post the video here. Got a couple early leads that I like, but yeah, I'll be doing some tape study, and I'll see you guys in 2 weeks for UFC Gdansk or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it. UFC Poland, Cowboy versus Till. looking forward to that one as well, guys. Gonna have some nice plays on that card. But till next time. Oh, you know what I gotta do before I say till next time? I gotta run down the bets. Okay, so we got 5 units DJ and Ferguson to win 2.88 units, 2.75 units for Dariush to win 2.64 units, 1 unit DJ inside the distance to win 0.72 units, 4 units Bib and Brooks to win 2.15 units, 2.5 units Vannata and Harris to win 2.27 units, 1.5 units Vannata and Bib to win 1.05 units, 1.5 units under 1.5 rounds, Harris and Godbeer to win 1.38 units, 1.5 units Bib over 2.5 rounds, Duquesnoy Stamman to win 1.09 units, 2.5 units Stamman to win 3.62 units, 0.2 units over 2.5 rounds Bib, Moraga over 2.5 rounds, Brooks Lentz over 2.5 rounds, Gonzales and Botelho over 2.5 rounds, Duquesnoy Stamman over 2.5 rounds, Dariush and Dunham under 4.5 rounds, DJ and Borg to win 1.85 units, 2.5 units Faria to win 1.33 units, 1 unit Brooks and Tavares to win 0.9 units, 2 units Tavares to win 1.04 units, and 0.5 units Harris over 2.5 rounds, Duquesnoy and Slayton to win 0.47 units. So, yeah, there's all my bets, all fucking, I don't even know how much I have right now, like 14 or some shit. Yeah, always with a lot of bets. Every time I say I'm not gonna have a lot, guys, but whatever. I do like this card from top to bottom. There's a lot of clips that I did, so I'm very confident in my picks. I'll be posting them as the fights go along. If you want to check them out on Bet MMA Tips /Sebs Show. But till next time, guys, peace out.